This is the AQARA U400, the latest in a long line of smart locks from AQARA. It's a Matter-enabled smart deadbolt with NFC, fingerprint, and Apple's new ultra-wideband functionality. More on that later. AQARA has provided me with the U400 and sponsored this video so I can have a look at it, tell you guys about it, and let you know what I think. I've been a smart lock user for a long time now. I had this one fitted to my front door the day after we settled on this house. I think they're a great quality of life upgrade to your home and add all sorts of automation opportunities that wouldn't be possible without one. There's some debate on whether or not they're more or less secure than the alternatives, but that's a subject for another video over on the Stockpot down the track. My U400 is the silver version. I probably would have opted for the black version if given a choice, but this is what I have. The box arrived a little bit beat up, but I don't think this was AQARA's fault. My postie must have just been having an off day. The kit I received include AQARA's M100 hub, which is a Zigbee and Thread hub. I won't be using this, but the fact they offer it with their lock is great and suggests they think this might be sort of a gateway product for your smart home. A cutting template is included for you to fit the lock to your door, along with the indoor portion of the lock, the battery and accessories, including mounting screws and your strike plate, and the outside half of the lock. First impressions are that it feels very solidly built, it's nice and heavy, and the materials feel premium, which is a really good thing considering the MSRP is $549 Australian dollars. Though there is a pretty hefty pre-sale discount that I'll tell you about a little later. Now, I had a locksmith install mine and I didn't want to shove a camera in his face, but he hadn't come across AQARA before and was very impressed by the build quality and ease of installation. He was even more impressed when I filled him in on the feature set compared to other units he's used to installing, including the same model I have on my front door. It's designed to be user installed, but my door didn't already have a deadbolt and I didn't have the tools to install one, so I left it up to the professionals in this case. I've installed mine on the pedestrian access door for my garage and I think it looks great once in place. But it is very large. Not distractingly so, but it's definitely worth being aware of. Once it was installed, I charged the included lithium battery via USB-C and installed the lock. I intended to use this as part of my smart home setup, so I opened up Home Assistant and scanned the QR code inside the battery cover to get it connected via Matter. It connected straight away and took me through the calibration steps using the speaker on the lock to talk me through the actions required. It was nice and quick, as I've come to expect of Matter devices. Because I like to know this before purchasing a smart home device, here are the entities it exposes in Home Assistant. Lock, obviously, the operating mode, which allows you to disable remote locking and unlocking, auto relock time, which was initially grayed out, I'll address that in a moment, the user code temporary disable, the time wrong code limit, battery level, charge state, voltage, and of course the always present identify button. This is where I ran into a bit of an issue though. I have a bunch of AQARA's Zigbee products which all work fantastically. They're reliable, affordable, and simple. Not once with any of those devices have I even considered downloading the AQARA app, and I had assumed the same would be possible for this device. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I pretty quickly realized that unlike my existing smart lock, there was no way to set up an entry code without using AQARA's app. Interestingly, you can set up and use the lock as a Matter device, exclusively controlling your lock's status via your smart home software of choice, but you won't be able to use the lock any other way. No entering the code, no using the fingerprint reader, no using NFC. Once you've set it up in the app once, you can add users and credentials on the lock itself and never use the app again if you wish, but it's disappointing this is locked behind an app that requires you to sign up for an account to use. On top of this, AQARA's app asked if I'd like to enable their AI assistant when I signed in initially, providing me with an option to either cancel or opt in. I found this a little misleading as it seemed to be implying I could either cancel signing up for the app or I could enable their AI features, which would trip up a lot of people and felt a little bit like a dark map. At least it's an opt-in rather than an opt-out service. None of these qualms have anything to do with AQARA's smart home platform. I've not used it beyond configuring this exact lock. The app itself may be great. I just don't like being forced into using it to set up my new, otherwise entirely offline lock. Now that we've addressed that frustration, as I mentioned, this lock supports fingerprint, NFC, a PIN code, or Apple's ultra-wideband protocol. Most of these are fairly self-explanatory, but one you may be less familiar with is the UWB or ultra-wideband protocol. This is a new standard for proximity unlocking of locks that uses precise distance and direction awareness rather than just is your phone nearby. With UWB, your iPhone can tell exactly how close it is to the lock and whether you're actually approaching it, which makes unlocking both faster and more secure. In practice, that means the door can unlock automatically as you walk up without you needing to take your phone out of your pocket at all. It can also determine if users are inside or outside the door, and can ignore you if you're just sort of walking by or aren't approaching the door at all. Now, I don't have an iPhone, so I had to borrow one, and I have to say it's pretty impressive. AQARA also wanted me to tell you that the lock is Aliro ready. Aliro is a standardized protocol for communication between devices like smart locks and phones. It's functionally the equivalent of the Apple HomeKey tech for any device. Like I said, they've said it's Aliro ready, but don't have that working at the moment, so don't go out and buy a U400 based on that promise. The lock also has a USB-C port on the outside that you can use to temporarily power the lock in case the battery has died, or if you don't have a power bank handy, a traditional lock barrel hidden under the cover on the front. The fingerprint reader is pretty responsive and has worked really reliably for me, as did the NFC reader. The capacitive number pad looks awesome and works fine, but as with any interface without physical buttons, you'll need to be looking at what you're doing to enter the code. This is forgivable though, because I suspect most people installing this on their home will be using NFC, fingerprints, or UWB to unlock it anyway. I've been using the lock for a week or so, and I have to say I prefer it to my existing door lock. If AQARA made a version of this with a handle, I'd pretty much immediately swap it. In fact, I may just add a deadbolt to my front door and swap to using one of these instead of my existing solution. One thing that I found much improved is detection of the door's position. I suspect there's an IMU or magnetometer inside, and when you open the door to calibrate, it records the position of the door. This means that unlike my existing smart lock, the unit will relock as soon as it's closed, rather than waiting for an arbitrary amount of time before locking. It's IP65 rated, so it'll work great on exterior doors that might get some weather, and AQARA says the battery will get up to 6 months on one charge. I do like that this is rechargeable. My current lock takes AA's, and it's one of the few reasons I still keep AA's around the house. In Home Assistant, the lock has been working really reliably. It responds quickly, and I've rolled it into some automations already. The simplest of which is just to double check the garage entry door is locked when there's nobody home. I do wish it reported whether the door is open or closed though. It clearly knows whether or not the door is open, I just want it exposed to use in other automations. You can add as many users as you'd like in the app or via the lock itself after you've done the initial setup. You can also set time-based codes that are only active for a certain time period. Great for adding users like your cleaner or dog walker with their own access codes. It would be nice if there was a way to enable and disable certain users via Matter, so you could disable the dog walker's code when they're not expected, for example. There are some ways to do this in the AQARA app based on time, but I already use Home Assistant for everything else, so I don't want to have a separate app just for my lock. There's obviously ways to do this via Home Assistant using an automation to unlock the door based on whatever trigger or conditions you'd like, but you can't make it work with the keypad, NFC, or fingerprint sensor built into the lock. Overall, I really like this product. It works reliably, seems well built, supports Matter, which is always a plus in my book, and it looks good. I don't love that you need to use AQARA's app to set it up, but I do appreciate that you don't need it again after the initial setup. There are some features missing without their app, but there are ways around that, and honestly, I don't know if any of the competition are better in this regard anyway. If you know of anyone, let me know. I like it enough that I'm considering another one to replace my old unit on the front door, despite my frustrations with requiring the third-party app to set it up. You can get yourself a U400 at the link in the video description for a special pre-sale price. At that price for such a feature-packed smart lock, it would be kind of hard to go wrong. Thanks a lot to AQARA for sponsoring this video, and I'll catch you next time.